Living large, living loud, stacking paper high, chasing dreams all the way to the sky. From rags to riches in the blink of an eye, friendships in the vault where the old bonds die. Parties on rooftops, crystals in the dark, lost in the glitz till we miss the mark. Gold turned to chains, heavy on the heart, the price of a wish tearing us apart. Crew, we just hit the jackpot, stacks, money taller, now we on the top of the map. The grease slid in like a police trap. Truck broke down, can't avoid that cap. Friends turn foes, plot a twist, no script. Lies and blood, bills ain't clean, they drip. Versace steering wheel, now we in for a trip. We used to be friends, but our bond just ripped. Gone. We hit, 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 we hit.
Chapter 23, Wine and Dine.
It had been a few days since the funeral, since the chaos, since the secret started unraveling. But tonight, I was letting the city, the problems, all of it fade into the background. My head was between Mary's thighs. Her skin was so soft, I didn't even want to come up to exhale. Truth was, I needed the distraction. Not because I missed Kim, but because the moment I saw Ladarius standing at her funeral, breathing, smiling, alive, I knew the game had changed. And right now, Mary had me forgetting all about it. Until the damn door swung open. Trey, not shocked, not apologetic. Hell, I bet he busted in here on purpose. Just stood there like this was a staff meeting. I looked up from between Mary's thighs, wiped my mouth with the back of my hand, and sighed. Damn, Trey, don't you knock? He didn't flinch. I stood up, grabbed a towel, and walked past him into the hallway. Then once we made it into the hallway...
It's about an hour till the housewarming. Would you like me to send your guest home so you can get dressed?
I shook my head. Nah, she's coming with us.
Are you sure about that, Emmanuel?
Don't worry about what I got going on when you got bigger fish to fry. What the fuck are you gonna do about Ladarius? Hell, do I need to take him out myself? You're on thin fucking ice, Trey. And if this shit backfires, I'm throwing you under the damn bus. I got a city to run. I turned back toward the bedroom. I ordered my guest a few dresses. They should be here any minute. Send them up. We'll be down in a few. And just like that, I shut the door behind me.
I stepped out the house before I really did something stupid. The second that door shut behind me, I felt it bubbling. Everything Emmanuel just said. Throw me under the bus? Nigga, please. I yanked open the SUV door and slid into the driver's seat, slamming it hard. The second it closed, I let it all out. Nigga, you gon' pin this shit on me. On me? Do you know who the fuck I am? My fist slammed the steering wheel. Up there trying to show out in front of that bitch, like I ain't the one that been keeping your secrets airtight. I gritted my teeth, screaming through them. You got me messed up. I'll kill you in your sleep, you fat fuck. I leaned back, breathing heavy, trying to pull it together. Then my phone rang. Alex. I stared at the screen for a second, thought about letting it go to voicemail. But nah. If he wanted messy, I'd serve him messy. I answered, smoothing my voice out real slick. Hello?
Trey, what's up, dude? Y'all okay over there? Because at the funeral, I thought I was gonna have to call for backup.
I chuckled, even though my blood was still boiling. I wouldn't dare disrespect your establishment like that.
Well, what the hell was going on? It looked like Emmanuel was into it with Ladarius.
No, that's not it. You remember that poker game a while back?
Yeah.
They had some words after that game. You know how it goes. With everything going on, the man snapped.
All that over a damn poker game and at a funeral?
Yep, I said. Pride's a hell of a drug, especially when grief's involved.
So y'all still coming to the housewarming tonight?
Yeah, we're coming, all three of us.
3?
Yeah. Emmanuel bringing a guest.
Male or female?
Female.
Damn, that was fast. Is she an escort?
I smirked, eyes glinting. Yes. Just as I said it, I saw the delivery truck pulling up in the driveway. The dresses. Perfect timing. All right, I have to handle something real quick. I'll see y'all tonight. Because if Emmanuel thought he could make me the fall guy, he is sadly mistaken.
I hung up the phone and just shook my head, chuckling to myself. An escort? This dude really out here living like Kim wasn't just lowered into the ground 3 days ago. I leaned back in my chair, laughing under my breath when Olivia walked around the corner, holding a stack of linen napkins for the housewarming.
What's so funny?
I wiped my eyes, still chuckling. Man, you remember at Kim's funeral the other day? How Emmanuel and Ladarius had that weird tension? She nodded slowly.
Yeah?
I leaned forward, eyes wide. Trey told me it was over a damn poker game.
And you believe that?
Hell no. Them folks are going at it about something else.
Well, the next time they buck up at my establishment, I got a gravesite with all their names on it if they keep acting up.
You gonna bury him next to Kim and Tara, huh?
You damn Skippy!
She snapped, flipping her hair over her shoulder. Oh, and guess what? She gave me a warning look.
What now?
Emmanuel is bringing an escort with him tonight.
An escort?
Mm-hmm. I nodded, sipping my water like it was tea. She looked around like Kim's ghost was in the room.
Damn, that was fast. It's only been a few days. Niggas ain't shit these days.
Then she looked up at the ceiling and said, with all the dramatic flair in the world,
Kim, if you out there, you need to haunt that nigga. Tonight.
I nearly spit out my drink. This housewarming was about to be a mess.
The house was lit like a damn movie set. Fairy lights, valet service, and the kind of soft music people play when they trying to act like they got class. I stepped out of the car with the kind of confidence only a man with absolutely zero fucks to give could carry. Michelle stepped out right behind me, adjusting her dress like she belonged here. Hell, like she owned the place. We both knew we weren't invited, and I didn't give a damn. I looked at her, smirked, then glanced up at Mario's perfect little party. You know what? I said, tugging at my jacket. I don't even care that I wasn't invited. I'm actually glad. She raised an eyebrow, lips already curled, into that messy-ass grin she does when she knows I'm up to no good.
Can't wait to see the look on that fucker's face when he sees me.
I chuckled, but it wasn't just a laugh. It was personal. Drank a whole gallon of cranberry juice and had asparagus with lunch. And baby, it's ready to come out. Her face twisted in horror, then amusement.
Chris, don't do it in his daughter's room.
I'm not gonna go to the backyard yet. I'm gonna find his office, show him how I really feel.
Don't get caught. I am not bailing your funky ass out if you get arrested for disrespectful urination.
Noted, I said, tossing the keys to the valet and buttoning my blazer. We walked toward the entrance like we'd been on the damn guest list from the jump. Let the games begin.
The second I stepped through the doors, I knew the energy was thick. That kind of fake laughing, too much cheek kissing, hey girl, hey vibe that meant people were either drunk or about to get real messy. Perfect. I scanned the room with a smile that didn't reach my eyes, spotting a waiter nearby. Champagne flutes lined up like they were waiting for me. I snatched one without breaking stride, my heels clicking soft against the hardwood as I walked toward the group. I could already hear Ashley's fake giggle, Olivia's polished little commentary, and Antiriel's loud-ass voice doing the most. Then I spotted them. Ladarius and Kesey holding court, surrounded by Alex, Olivia, Mario, Antiriel, Jason, and Ashley. All leaned in, all listening. Looked like a damn town hall meeting for rich black chaos. I walked up, took a sip, smiled just enough to irritate somebody. "Hey guys, what are y'all talking about?" Heads turned, eyebrows raised. Antiriel didn't miss a beat, turned her whole neck like she'd been waiting to hit me with something.
"Michelle, you decided to show up, I see."
Her smile said, "Welcome," but her eyes said, "Bitch, why are you breathing near me?" I laughed a little under my breath, unfazed. Of course I did. Wouldn't miss the chance to see all this housewarming fabulousness. She gestured toward Ladarius and Kesey.
"They were just talking about how they moved their wedding date up."
I tilted my head. "Oh, really?" I looked at the happy couple, then raised an eyebrow. I didn't get an invite. The vibe dipped for just a half second. You could feel it. Ladarius and Kesey looked at each other, quick, tight. Then he cleared his throat.
"Must have emailed the wrong email," Ladarius said. "I'll resend it."
Kesey nodded a little too quickly.
"Yeah, our bad, girl. Definitely want to see you there."
I took another sip of champagne, swirling the glass in my hand. Good. I'd hate to miss something else important. And just like that, we all sat in, talked for a while.
I'd been scanning the crowd all night like I worked security. Still no Emmanuel. And more importantly, no +1. I stood next to Alex, sipping wine and leaning just enough toward him so nobody thought we were really looking for anything. Just two good-looking people laughing at everybody else's mess. "You know when he walks in," I said under my breath, "it's gonna be a whole episode." Alex chuckled. We were posted near the patio doors, where we could see both the living room and the front foyer. Prime surveillance position. I took another sip and nudged Alex. Watch her be fine. Like, painfully fine. The kind of fine that makes all the aunties whisper and all the uncles start sweating.
He snorted.
"Oh, the whispers are gonna be wild regardless. He just buried Kim. You don't get to slide in a fresh date like that without getting judged."
That made me laugh out loud. Probably a little too loud. And of course, that's when Mario popped up out of nowhere like he had a tracking device on messy conversations.
All right, what y'all over here tripping about?
Alex turned to him with a grin and said,
"Word through the grapevine. Emmanuel is bringing a +1 tonight. We heard she's an escort."
Mario blinked, then looked at me. I nodded slowly like, "Yes, sir, you heard right." Which is crazy. Because you just put your wife in the ground and you moving like that already? No shame. Mario sucked his teeth and shook his head, disgust written all over his face.
Well, damn. Have y'all even seen him? He was supposed to be here ages ago. I kind of want to see what this hooker looks like myself.
I choked on my wine, trying not to laugh.
I tapped the mic twice and watched the room settle.
"Hey, y'all. First off, thank you so much for coming out to celebrate this luxury event." People clapped. I looked over at Mario and gave him the kind of grin that says, "You lucky, I like you."
Now, listen, this housewarming, whew, it was a journey. The crowd chuckled.
When we first started looking for a house, I told Mario straight up, I wanted a huge open kitchen. Y'all, Mario didn't even know what an open kitchen was. But thanks to our amazing realtor, shout out to you, girl, we landed this beautiful space that we're so proud to call home. Now,
Let's talk about this champagne y'all are sipping on.
yes, it's fine. Yes, it's expensive. Yes, I picked it because if it was up to Mario, I looked around the room, letting the beat drop.
Y'all asses would be drinking warm soda, eating $5 pizza from the box.
The whole room burst out laughing. Someone in the back yelled, "I know that's right." I held my glass up.
So cheers, everybody. Drink up, enjoy the space, and don't ask to move in, because we not letting you.
I was still holding the mic mid-laugh, soaking in the applause, when I caught movement near the back gate. Trey, walking in like he owned the damn place.
I narrowed my eyes, and then I saw him, Emmanuel, shaking hands, dapping people up, giving out hugs like he was back on the campaign trail. The crowd ate it up, cheering and reaching for him like he was somebody's damn savior.
But that's not what made me stop breathing. It was who walked in behind him. Fucking Mary, in a red dress that fit like she was trying to get proposed to tonight. No. My grip on the mic slipped. I nearly dropped it. I could feel my blood boil as her eyes scanned the yard like she belonged here.
Oh, she had me fucked up.
I saw Ontario freeze mid-sentence and immediately tugged Alex's jacket sleeve. He was deep in convo with Jason, laughing about something dumb, but I yanked again. "Alex, look." He followed my gaze, his brows furrowed until he spotted Emmanuel strutting in like a damn celebrity. Then he turned, and there she was, Mary. I saw Alex blink, then blink again. His mouth fell open, speechless. That's when Jason, still catching up, turned to look too.
I was laughing 1 second and then I wasn't. I turned when Alex did and saw them. Emmanuel, cool. But her, Mary? Oh shit. It shot out my mouth before I could catch it. What the fuck is Mary doing here? They just kicked her out. And now she on Emmanuel's arm like she's a damn first lady.
The look on my face when I heard everyone gasping. Then I walked over to see what the fuss was about. After locking eyes with Trey, who I hated at this point, I looked and saw that Emmanuel had brought motherfucking Mary to the party. Let me go use the restroom and get out the way.
I was making my way toward Ontario to take the mic, ready to say my little speech about love and luxury and starting fresh, blah, blah, blah. Then I noticed she was frozen, like statue still. I looked up to follow her gaze and boom, there he was, Emmanuel. And then right beside him was that woman. I didn't even process it. My mouth moved before my brain caught up. What the fuck? The mic was already to my lips. Everyone heard it. I pointed, eyes wide. You are the hoe. The backyard went silent. Somebody dropped a plate. The DJ even stopped the music. Mary blinked. Emmanuel looked like he just stepped into traffic. And me? 'Cause somebody was gonna explain before I really showed out.
The music skipped like even the DJ couldn't believe what was happening. Then picked right back up like the speaker said, "Ain't got nothing to do with me." Mario and Ontario were off the little makeshift stage within seconds, snatching up the closest wine glasses and chugging like they were trying to erase what they just saw. Straight up disgusted, I scanned the yard. The whole crew was frozen. Nobody could wrap their heads around what was playing out in real time. Emmanuel, fresh off burying his wife, walks in with Mary. I kept my posture tight, arms folded, like this was all business to me. Even though I felt that low hum in my gut that meant this night wasn't done unraveling. Then, I locked eyes with Ladarius just for a second. His stare was cold, calculated, like he was waiting on something or someone. That's when Alex tapped my shoulder. He whispered, not bothering to hide the stress in his voice.
You could have told me it was Mary. This shit finna get ugly.
My job is to protect. I could care less who he's sticking his dick in. I turned back toward where Ladarius had been. Gone.
This was my only chance to bug Emmanuel's car, so I had to take it. He actually helped me out by bringing Mary along. It was just the distraction I needed to slip past everyone.
I crept down the hallway like a damn ninja, sidestepping people mid-toast, dipping behind doors every time I heard laughter that didn't include me. A few folks were still outside, caught up in the drama, so I figured it was my perfect window. I had one mission. I turned the corner and stopped in front of a door. With this cheap-looking nameplate, I cracked the door open slowly, stepped inside, took one long, sweeping look. Leather chair. The desk is too clean. Framed jersey on the wall. A plaque that read, "Built Not Bought." Yeah, this was definitely Mario's office. Oh, you finna remember me now, motherfucker. I looked around just to be sure. No cameras. No shadows. No nosy-ass partygoers lurking with a glass of wine. Good. I stepped upon the desk, looked at the nameplate again, then slowly unzipped my pants. Here's your housewarming gift, Mario. And with the same level of disrespect he showed me by not inviting me. I took the biggest shit ever and pissed all over his desk, right across the glossy finish, right next to the coaster that probably held his expensive whiskey, right next to the picture of him and Anterial smiling. I zipped back up, wiped my hands off with one of those tacky monogram napkins, and tossed it in the trash like a mic drop. Now we even. I was on my way out the office when I heard footsteps. Fast ones. Light. I froze. Someone was right outside the door. I slid to the side of the office, reached for the doorknob, and cracked it just a little. Just enough to see out without being seen. It was Ashley. She looked like she was trying to shake somebody. Eyes darting around, fake smiling at nothing. Then she ducked around the corner, breathing hard, like she was finally safe. That's when Trey popped up behind her like a damn horror movie. I leaned closer. They were right outside the office now, loud enough for me to hear every word. Trey pulled something out of his jacket, a flash drive, and held it out to her.
Look, something went down that I can't even talk about, but it's getting hot on my end. I need you to take this and do your hacker thing.
Ashley backed up, palms raised.
I'm not doing any of it, Trey. You made this mess. You deal with it. I told you I'm out.
I squinted. Jason? Trey stepped toward her.
Ashley, you in this whether you like it or not.
He held up the hard drive again.
All you gotta do is your tech thing, move the money, clear the files, and then this whole thing goes away.
She shook her head hard.
Fuck you, Trey. No, I'm not doing it.
Yes, Ashley, because if you don't, then I'm killing both of y'all. And you know me, I don't bluff when it comes to killing.
She stared at him, stunned, because she had no choice. I was still crouched behind the door, trying to keep my breathing low after Trey and Ashley's secret convo, when my phone buzzed in my pocket. Michelle, where TF are you? Shit about to go down outside. I smirked. Oh yeah, this is the part I came for.
I can't believe this, I muttered, pacing a little. Alex tried to calm me down, but even he looked shook. Out of everybody he could have brought, I said, throwing my hands up.
I was still seeing red. This bitch walked in my house after I gave her a place to sleep after she tried to run game on Mario? I clenched my wine glass like it was the only thing stopping me from flying across the yard. And Emmanuel just lost his wife like yesterday. I looked at Kesey.
I could feel these hoes hating me. The stares, the side eyes, and I loved it. Everyone looked like they wanted to throw their wine glasses, especially Ontario.
I couldn't take it anymore. I marched across the yard straight to Emmanuel. The DJ even turned the music down like he could feel the tension crackling in the air. You just lost your wife, man. And now you showing up with Mary. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I thought you moved on. And plus, she's been there for me over these past few days, while y'all ain't even checked on me.
No, nigga. What the fuck is your problem? You kicked me out, put me on the street like I was trash. We got a whole child together, but you let that wife of yours control you.
Bitch! What did you just say? I marched straight up to this bitch. Emmanuel tried to hold Mary back, but she stepped forward like she had something to prove.
It's all right, Emmanuel. Your friend's more worried about a damn party than how you feel. But I'm here now, baby. Bitch, you thought you had me out of the picture, but I went and got a more powerful man than you ever will.
I didn't even blink. I looked at Mario, handed him my glass, and started taking off my earrings. Wait right there.
Wait on what?
Pop! I swung hard. I tried to knock that bitch's head clean across the backyard. Mary stumbled but grabbed my hair and it was on.
Oh my God, they fighting.
I didn't even try to stop it. I had my phone out before the second swing. Yep, we viral tonight, I mumbled, adjusting the angle.
We lunged in. Mario grabbed Antirial's waist. I pulled at Mary's arms, but these women had superhuman grip strength. Weaves were flying. Earrings hit the ground. Antirial landed a final slap. Then she screamed,
I ain't done yet!
I looked around and saw the rest of the party. Frozen. Eyes wide, mouths open, phones out.
The fight between me and Mary was pure chaos. Glass breaking, earrings gone, nails flying. We even fucked around and slammed into the tall decorative plant Mary brought. It crashed to the ground with a loud crack, spilling dirt and ceramic everywhere. But everyone was too busy trying to maintain the situation.
I snatched the mic like I was hosting the Grammys. All right. Show's over, y'all. The crowd, buzzing with shock and Instagram notifications, started to pour out of the house like a fire drill.
We finally got the girls apart. Emmanuel holding Mary back with both arms, me trying to keep Antirial from going for round 3. Mary's wig was hanging by a thread. Antirial's press was sweated out.
Trey came flying out the house, looking half wild. Emmanuel, let's go.
He wrapped his arm around Emmanuel and damn near dragged him toward the car. Mary followed, still yelling back over her shoulder. I watched from the driveway as Chris pulled up and called Michelle a name. What the fuck is Chris doing here? Then everyone else said their goodbyes and began to leave as well. After letting Ontario cool off by the pool, I walked back inside to grab some paperwork from my office that I could file in the bedroom. I opened the door and immediately gagged. What the fuck? It hit me like a brick wall, right there on my desk, a steaming, horrifying pile of shit.
I jumped up from the pool chair when I heard Mario yell, started walking back toward the house. That's when I saw it. The busted plant, dirt all over the tile. Mary's tacky-ass gift. I bent down, sighing, and started picking up the pieces. That's when I saw it. Something small, black, buried in the soil. I brushed off the dirt. It was a phone, old, cracked, but familiar. I stared at it, breath catching in my chest, because I then recognized whose phone it was. This is Tara's phone.
Well, what an explosive chapter that was. You've just listened to another twist in the dark tale of We Hit. If your heart's racing and you're craving more, you know what to do. Smash that like button and hit subscribe. Things are about to get even bloodier, more deceitful, and thrilling. So stay with us and brace yourselves for the next chapter.